Hey everyone, Larry Bailey here with another weekly meeting. It's 4 p.m. on Tuesday, so we get together as a community. Today is all about enhanced conditions, enhanced conditions, enhanced conditions. And by the end of this call, you'll have 3 valuable reasons why you need to get them in your Encompass now. And I'm challenging you to tell me why I'm wrong. That's the game. The game of today is tell me why I'm wrong. So a couple formalities out of the way. It's community call. That means you're here to act as a community. It means I'm going to be talking because nobody else ever likes to come up on stage. But if you want to be a rule breaker of the community, unofficial rules for everybody who shows up to these calls, and you're going to actually ask a question about your company or your situation, feel free. I'll invite you as up on the stage, and that just means we can hear your audio. If you want to put your video on too, that would be great, but no pressure. If you want to just use a chat, just use a chat. We'll figure it out. As I said earlier, 4 o'clock Eastern, we meet. We're going to let some participants roll in. Jeremy, hello. Luba, hola. Chris, high five. 10 back to you. Hey, everybody give Beth Bastian a congratulations for earning her certificate as being a Master Encompass Administrator. She passed her test. So kudos to Beth Bastian for doing that. Everybody give her kudos. If you want to take the test, I put it out on LinkedIn, or I even put it here on the community. If you want to take the Mastering Encompass as an admin test, let me know. Send me a direct message, send me an email, whatever you want to do. It is completely no cost to you. It's really just to establish what it is that you know. It's 90 questions. You have 2 hours. We also had Ricky Merchant. I don't know if Ricky's on the call today, but Ricky Merchant, who owns My Lending Pal, he also passed the test. He took the test and passed it. It's nobody's perfect on the exam. That's exactly what I want. I want you to have to stretch. I want you to have to read. I want you to have to think. I want you to have to connect the dots. It's what I do. Luba, if you could find the Admiral Akbar meme where it's a trap, you should put that up. But no, it's not a trap. It's not a trap. It's just a way for me to say, here's a test. And because if we don't test ourselves, do we really know? We don't. So every day, I guarantee you're in your Encompass doing your job, right? Every day you're meeting with your business, finding out what they need or what's broken. And the reality is, what if you actually had time to go back to them to say, hey, gang, I think we should be doing things a different way. That's kind of what my whole agenda here is. That's the trap, Lube. I'm trying to get you to think differently. Sorry. Okay. Hey, does anybody want to talk about enhanced conditions? Is that on anybody's mind? Show of hands in the chat. Who actually, besides Beth, who's actually using enhanced conditions in their daily Encompass? Is anybody actually doing that live today? Candace is doing it. I forgot about that, Candace. You actually said that before, so thank you. Bethany says they're working on setting up now. So for those that are wondering, like, what do you have to do to set things up? Bethany, tell me if you did this. Candace, you tell me if you did it this way too. You have to first export all of your conditions out into an Excel sheet, which I think I've said this before. If you need the button code, send me a direct message. I'll give you the button code to put on a custom input form. It'll just export all your conditions out. And that's step 1. You got to export them out, right? Step 2, you have to give it to your business. You're an Encompass admin. You're not the underwriter. You're not the credit policy maker. And so you have to give those conditions to your business to say, first of all, which of these conditions are still active? Second is, how do you want the internal description to be as compared to the external description? The third thing you have to decide on is, what kind of condition type is this condition? Pop quiz. What are some condition types that you would want to use besides underwriting? Because that's what everybody uses today in standard conditions, is underwriting. Candace, what did you end up using? I know Beth has mentioned before, Beth has used LO to sign off, underwriter sign off, Beth, keep me honest. That kind of a thing. Appraisal condition type Marissa adds, that's a great one. Like, how many times do we have appraisal conditions? And the reason for that, Marissa, is because I'm guessing you want to have the appraisal role to be able to sign off on those conditions, maybe. So we're going to explain, I'm going to explain some details as what the heck I'm talking about. But Jeremy adds closing conditions, Beth adds account manager, underwriting, and closing conditions. And, you know, these are important parts. So post-closing is a good one. And what I would say, Chris, is go deeper, right? It's not just post-closing, but maybe it's post-closing quality control. Maybe it's post-closing, you know, something else. I don't know what else it would be. But post-closing is tricky right now with Investor Connect coming online with a lot of investors, because those investor delivery conditions are not the same as post-closing. And Candace is showing off because she's got a team of testers. If everybody could have a team of testers, we would probably all be better for it, right? All right, so we got some good conversation going on. Sometimes Marissa says sometimes loan processor to sign off on the appraisal conditions. And Beth adds, we're gonna set up post-closing to capture our TPR review findings. Beth, sorry, I don't speak that language. What does TPR review findings mean, please? Just so everybody knows, because obviously I feel like I'm not in the clique. I'm not in the club. I don't know what that means. So here, let me share screen, and I'll get into a couple of things here. It talks about enhanced conditions and why you need these now. So I'm going to walk through. This is my environment for mortgage workflow partners, and we'll just bring in a conventional loan.